What's going on, homie? Uh, let's see. I can't hear you. Let me see if I can. All right. Let me see if I got sound. Check it out. Hold on. Let me come back out of here.
Check 1 2.
Okay.
Check 1 2.
I got you now.
All right, yeah, it was my audio.
Okay. I got you now. So here we are. We are actually live now. I was just getting ready to get started here. So we are live. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to RWB Sports. This is my guy, Original Peoples here. Getting ready to bring you some very interesting news with my guy, James Bartley, and check for me. So no need for an introduction. We'll just let you go ahead and do what you got to do and say what you got to say. We'll first talk about the fights that we got coming up on the 25th. We got fights coming up on the 25th. That's East Reading Boxing Club. They have the Fall Brawl coming up with Mikey Lucane, the younger brother of David Stevens, who will be heading the card tomorrow night. And also, we're going to talk about the smoke. They went down. They went up to Boston yesterday on the 22nd, trying to go to 5-0, and Boston had something to say about that. Boston had something to say about it. They said that when you sitting up top, you only have one place to go, and that's down. So Boston uh, brought their A game, and of course, when you at the top, you only have one way to go, and everybody is against you. Everybody's got a target on your back. The judges, the officials, everybody is targeting you. And then we're going to talk about what James Bartley has going on, because word on the street is, and the announcement has been made, that James Bartley has headed up Smoke Promotions. We know that you have spent a lot of time with King's Promotions and Marshall Kaufman, and now you have branched off and you are growing. We're going to talk about where you started and where you're headed with Smoke Promotions and what you got going on. So let's get into the 25th. What's going to go down Saturday at the East Reading Boxing Club, as they have you coming in to announce for them to do the ring announcing. Is that correct?
That is correct. East Reading Boxing this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. No better time than to showcase the young talent here in Reading, Pennsylvania, and surrounding areas. A great cause, mental health awareness. Great show, East Reading Boxing, Andres Acuna, and the guys over there, putting on the show. So they called me in, asked me to be a part of the event. Definitely honored, to anytime I can, come in into the city and, work with the kids and support them. I'm always on board.
Hey, totally understood. You've always been a pillar in the community and giving back to the community in various ways of, your free time, I guess you would say. I won't say free time, but you give them your time because you're the busiest man I know in Reading, so you really don't have free time. So that is commemorable of you being able to step in and give them a hand. I know, was it 2 years ago now that we did the back to school brawl at the Reverb? It was another great showing of you being out there and donating your time to the cause, and because you do another thing with mental health awareness with Zumba Fit. Am I not
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
With
yeah. My homegirl, Minnie Ocasio. They have a Zumbathon every year, and again, that event's coming up in September. So shout out to Minnie Ocasio, and all the Zumba instructors, and I'll be back, with them as well in September at the DoubleTree for the third annual Zumbathon for mental health awareness.
All right. All right. I'm prolonging it because I know so many people want to get to, the real reason that we're here. People want to get to and listen and tune in to uh, what you've said from day one. You keep checking for you and you'll keep checking for them. But we're going to hold off because we're going to jump to something else right now. I'm going to
Sure,
make them wait because I know they
sure,
want to smoke, but I'm not going
sure,
to give it to them right now. Let's
sure.
Team Combat League.
Yep.
Team Comeback League is, and I always look at Team Comeback League as a franchise, as a farm team for trainers, promoters. Football has farm teams that they grow up from. Baseball has farm teams they grow up from. This is our first time really getting to talk about Team Combat League since the season 2 started. And that's
Mhm.
just my opinion. How do you see Team Combat League as far as, being able to search out, being able to see and experience, new talent? Because you in there with whoever you're in there with. It doesn't matter what your ranking is, it doesn't matter what your experience is. Once you sign that card, if you're that weight, you're in there ready to go to war.
Yeah, I think Team Combat League is a unique experience for fighters to showcase their talents and abilities in a one round action packed event. And like you said, I've seen this season we've seen people with a ton of experience versus some people that didn't have a lot of experience, but that wasn't a factor in the outcome of some of these fights. I mean, I've seen just last night, I saw an amateur, a girl that was still an amateur fight, someone that had some experience, and she was able to prevail out there in Boston. So, it's a unique experience. I think it's good for the sport because anything that raises awareness for the sport, I think is good for the sport. It keeps these guys and girls sharp. When they're not, actively participating in other cards and things like that. And I think financially, I mean, people are making good money here, doing this event, and I think it's a fast growing thing, and I think, it's here to stay. So I'm interested to see and excited to see, where the Team Combat League goes.
Yeah. Well, now let's talk about that because you are a Pennsylvania guy. I'm from the South, so I have been adopted and transplanted, to the north here on the East Coast to become a Pennsylvanian myself. And wherever I am, I'm going to support the team except the Eagles. I don't care what nobody say. I cannot do that. I cannot support the green. I'm a Cowboys fan through and through. I can't support Pittsburgh either. I'm sorry. You still
It's
my guy.
it's okay. It is okay. That is to be talked about here in a couple months. It'll be football season. We'll be talking a little football here. But I
Yes.
understand, brother. I understand.
Yes. But let's talk about Philadelphia Smoke, headed up by Bob Kane, who has Team Chaos out there in Allentown,
Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. That's right, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And he took his team 4-0 here at the historic 2300 Arena. He took them up the coast there a little bit to Boston, Mass, to take them 5-0. I've seen some of the clips. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I've seen some of the clips of the bantering back and forth. Of course, my guy, Quadir C4. He's always, showing off the guns. He's always, pulling the trigger before he gets into battle. Boston Butchers had something for Philadelphia Smoke last night. Now, a lot of people would probably say, it was hometown advantage. And of course, all four of Philadelphia Smoke's victories came from right here at the historic 2300 Arena. This was their first road trip. What do you think took place? Because I know you're real close to Bob, and I know that you all have talked. Anything during the transition from here to there? Did they feel anything that was uneasy? Did they feel like what we call the okey doke was going on? I mean, talk to me. What was going on?
Yeah. So shout out to Philadelphia Smoke. Shout out to Bob Kane. I've covered them all season. Actually covered them before the season started. So I actually saw the team come together. Was a part of their 4 wins at the 2300 Arena. I was able to do some ring announcing and some interviewing for the team. But all those guys on the Philadelphia Smoke and girls, really good friends with. Obviously, first time traveling outside the city. Took a road trip to Boston, and to Boston's credit, I watched the whole event last night. To their credit, they did an outstanding job. The Philadelphia Smoke were a little shorthanded last night. Some of their normal starters were not there last night. Elijah Vines, who has been tremendous for the Philadelphia Smoke all year long. Henry Cedeno, who's going to be fighting here next week in Orlando, who's been a standout star for the Philadelphia Smoke as well, did not participate. So some of their big guns for the Philadelphia Smoke did not participate last night. No excuses. I mean, it's a team sport. Boston was able to squeak out a victory by 1 point.
Yes,
and
225 to 226.
Yeah, it could have went either way, but they did what they had to do. It was an exciting event. Philadelphia came up a little short, but I'm pretty sure I'm very confident that once they're at full strength, the outcome will be a little different. But I thought it was very good. I mean, the Boston Butchers, they had a veteran, Rashidi Ellis, and I heard you talking about Quadir. That they put on a show last night. And experience prevailed in that matchup. But Quadir Savage Albright, I think he showed a lot of heart there. Matched up with a guy that's been in there with world champions and has been on a world championship level for a long time. Yeah. So he got an opportunity and he gained some experience last night. I thought to see what it is to be in there with someone on that level. Someone that stood out last night was Brittany Sims. I thought she's undefeated in the Team Combat League. She did exceptionally well. Some of the surprises, last night, Nahir Albright, he actually got knocked down in the event, which was kind of shocking because of the level. And it just goes to show you that just because you're have a bunch of experience, anything can happen in that ring. So again, Nahir Albright, he got up off the canvas and showed a lot of heart and hung in there for his team. But I just thought on the whole, I thought it was a great event. I just think the Team Combat League is something that's catching on. Great experience. If you're into action-packed action at all times, the Team Combat League is where it's at. But again, shout out to the Boston Butchers. They did what they had to do. They held home court last night, but anxious to see that matchup again later on in the season.
Well, it's definitely going to happen. Yeah. It's definitely going to happen. At the start of the season, when we were sitting down talking about Team Combat and, Philly being new on the scene, we knew Philly had a stacked team. Bob, he strategically put this team together just for that reason. But we said in the beginning that, it's going to be between them and Boston.
I mean, there was some questionable. I mean, some of those rounds could have went either way. Brittany Sims' round, the fight was stopped, which should have been a 10-7, and somehow it was recorded as a 10-9. Okay. So there were some things that happened last night. There was some controversy. But in the end, you take nothing away from Boston. They got the job done. And, the Philadelphia Smoke. I'm here to tell you, Reggie, they will be back. I think they'll use that loss as motivation to, show and prove that they're the best team in the Team Combat League.
Oh, not without question. I know for a fact. I know Bob through you, and just talking to Bob, I know he's getting ready to take these guys back to the lab. He's getting ready to reinvent. He's getting ready to recreate. He's getting ready to uh, revamp this team. And when they come back, because I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, uh, when they come back, they face DC. And a lot of people don't know this, but if you've watched boxing at all at any time here in Philadelphia, DC has someone that, uh, how can I put it? They have a lineage with someone from Philadelphia Smoke. And I think that's going to draw the biggest crowd of anything. And they got uh, Joey DeWaco will be taking on. Now, it all depends on if he doesn't have a fight outside of Team Combat League coming up or not. But he takes on Kobe Madison. That's going to be a heavyweight showdown that everybody loves to see. They fought 3 times already in regular sanctioned bouts, even fought for a belt that Joey DeWaco came out victorious on, and they're going to meet again in this one. And I do believe it's going to be at the 2300 Arena. It's going to be one that nobody wants to miss. So, well, I guess we've prolonged this long enough. I guess how is the weather over there where you are? I'm gonna prolong it a little bit longer. How's the weather?
I mean, the weather's great. I just actually took my dog out for a walk, and me and the Queen, we went and got a little ice cream. So we've been enjoying this beautiful weather out here. Beautiful spring weather, about to transition into summer here.
Right, right. And speaking of summer, when summer comes, it heats up. When it heats up, there's smoke involved. Let's talk about James Bartley. Let's talk about what James Bartley has going on, what James Bartley has coming up, because there was
Sure.
a major announcement made a few days ago on your Instagram post about James Bartley and Check for Me and Smoke Promotions. Let's talk about that. Let's get into it. Let's dive right into it. Let's get at it.
Yeah. So just recently was able to secure some deals. Um, well, let me just say this. Let me preface this by saying this. So worked with Marshall Kaufman, and none of this could be possible without uh, the mentorship that and the things that I learned with King's Promotions. Marshall brought me on board as a DJ, gave me a great opportunity to learn and grow under King's Promotions. So I got an opportunity to learn the business, and in any business and anything in life, you have an opportunity to grow, and you always want to take things to the next level.
Right.
Through King's Promotion, I was able to take things that I learned and nurture relationships and things like that, and I was able to take things to the next level. And through those relationships, I was able to get with a group of individuals who believed that it was my turn and my time to run a promotion. Um, so I got a group of investors who invested into a promotion, which is Smoke Promotions. And we officially launched the promotion. I made an announcement yesterday. We have some exciting news on the horizon. We have been able to secure uh, some casino deals, uh, and yeah, we're gonna be doing some things in the summer and in the fall. Um, we're going to be announcing some signings. We have an Olympian that we have signed and are in the process of. Actually, we're in the process of negotiating with an Olympian. Um, we actually signed someone else in the family. We have multiple signings. People are going to be very surprised by some of the things that we're doing. We're actually we have a different way of moving. We're
Right.
already doing some things in Mexico and different countries. We are taking some of our fighters direct. They're making debuts on the Zone.
Okay.
I have a fighter that we just signed that's making a debut on the Zone, and we have another fighter that we are in negotiations with that will also be making. He'll be there's a fight that's been made that he'll be actually fighting on the Zone in the fall as well. So,
Okay.
just believing that we can give people opportunities. We're here to stay, and we're extremely excited about making our mark in the boxing scene in the Philadelphia area, in Texas, in New Mexico, in the country of Mexico.
Right.
So we're going to be doing some amazing things. I'm super excited. There's fighters out there. I know it was a lot. It was a surprise to a lot of people, and not a surprise to some others. So
Right.
at the end of the day, it was time to make those moves. Extremely blessed and extremely excited to be the CEO of Smoke Promotions, and we're about to get it rolling, Reggie. You know how we do it.
Yes. Yes.
It's about to be a hot summer.
Right.
So yeah, just stay tuned. I mean, I'll definitely be coming on here to make some exclusive announcements. And August 16th, I'll make the announcement here first. We're going to break the news right here. August 16th, Valley Forge Casino, Smoke Promotions will be putting on their first show. Who Wants Smoke? Series 1. Sure to be an exciting event. August 16th, and then again November 16th. We're back at it, Valley Forge Casino. Me personally, I'll continue to make fights just made a fight for Leanna Cruz on the OTX card in Atlanta. Just today made a fight in the process of making a fight for Truck Simpson, also on the OTX card. Big names in boxing, making big fights, making a mark, for myself personally, flying out to Orlando next weekend for a big fight card. And just a kid from out here, trying to show people that, anything that you believe and anything that you work hard for, you can make it happen. I'm a firm believer, and I have a lot of belief in myself. And I have a great support system. I mean, the Queen, Veronica V. Rivera, has always been in my corner. She's been a pillar in believing in me. I mean, you obviously have been a big part of this journey. We started with RWB Sports, and we were running around the community, interviewing kids and being in gyms and things like that. Yeah. So to go from just being an active member of helping my community to growing professionally, and then getting to this point, this culmination of a lot of hard work and still a lot of work every day, Reggie. But to be in this position, I'm extremely humbled and extremely blessed. And I'm looking forward to giving people opportunities to grow in the sport, and deal with integrity and move in a way that people will enjoy the experience of great boxing and great boxing action.
Right, and that's one of the things that we both said, and we both promised each other from day one, is that it was a day one. We clicked, we hit it off. We knew what we wanted to do, knew where we wanted to go, and knew what it took to get there. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there and say that, it's going to be weird going to these events and not seeing the trio. I'm going to go to King's Promotions events, watch those. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going to be at Smoke Promotions first and foremost. And it's just going to be weird because it was a trio that was built and creating a dynasty of promotions, and then the big news dropped. Of course, knowing a little bit of it, in the background is was a plus to me, but it's just going to be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to
Well,
be
I
a
can just,
different.
I can just say that, at the end of the day, boxing is a business.
Yes,
And you have to want what's best for you and your family. You want to grow, and you want to be successful.
right,
Nothing but love, for King's Promotions. All the King's Promotions fighters have nothing but love, for that organization over there. I mean, people have their
right,
ups and downs, and they go through things in life, but at the end of the day, I tip my hat, to again, to Marshall Kaufman, Andrew Foy, and the whole crew over there for giving me an opportunity to be where I am today. Um,
right,
and with that being said, it's now time for me to take what I've learned and water some plants, watch them grow and nurture those things and make things happen. And
right,
hopefully, people can be happy, for my growth and my development and people that I deal with. Because at the end of the day, it's really all about legacy.
right,
Um, and when it's all said and done, I would like to be known as a person who um, came from where everybody else came from, was able to climb the ladder of success, and was able to put people in positions, and it was able to show love and create opportunities, for others.
right.
My background, and I talked about it on my Instagram, man. 5 years ago, man, I was in the basement of my mom and dad's house, wondering how I was gonna, where my life was gonna go,
Right.
and how I was gonna get there. And I'm just a firm believer that, you know, number one is God. Through
First
Him
and
all things are
foremost.
possible.
Yes, sir.
Um, but through hard work and through dedication, through having people skills and being able to listen to people and being able to absorb and information and being able to execute once you put your mind to doing something. Um,
Right.
Hopefully I can be an example for others that if I can do it, they can do it as well. So, that's where I am. Big shout to Bob Kane, Chaos Boxing, all the guys over there, and the Philadelphia Smoke, the whole Philadelphia boxing scene, Bozy,
Right.
Boots, who've all been very supportive of me stepping out on my own. Also, Manny Rivera from Hard Hitting Promotions, another promoter, who has been very supportive. Rodney Rice has reached out to me and has been very supportive. So, I'm all about trying to unite people,
Right.
bring people together, work together, to make things happen, because we're stronger together than we are trying to work against each other. So
Yes. Yes.
some things that are coming on the horizon, man. I'm going to be working with other promoters, helping other promoters. I don't look at people as competition. I look at it as a business where we can all strive and don't get me wrong. Listen, competition, healthy competition is good.
Healthy competition is good. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, we can push each other to be better.
Right.
King's Promotion is the standard around here, um, but I intend to um, be just as good.
Right.
I intend to push my promotion to heights that no one thinks that I can get to. I use those things as motivation. If you tell me I can't do it, it just motivates me to do it more.
Exactly.
And I'm looking for hungry people just like me, hungry fighters just like me, who are ready to take it to the next level, who haven't been given the opportunity. There's an opportunity here with me in Smoke Promotions for sure.
Oh, it's going to happen because I know you have the drive. I know you have the dedication. I know you
Excuse me.
have the
Mom,
discipline
can you turn the light on for me?
to do so, and you're also humble with it all, and that is the key to everything is being humble. knowing where you came from, knowing where you want to go, where you want to be, and dedicating yourself and setting a plan to get there. We've done that since day one. I know it's probably going to be a little bitter in the beginning. It's going to be a little salty, but in the end, I think what everybody has to do is just understand that you know we're all in this together. We're in this to help one another, and you don't shine by putting somebody else's light out. I'm just going to say that. You
Yeah.
putting somebody else's light out, or you putting a cover on somebody else's light, it's not going to help you shine even more. It's actually going to dim your light because then people are going to know how shady you really are.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I mean, unfortunately, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly already in the business.
right,
I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I have seen the dollar uh, come before friendship, come before business. And at the end of the day, you know, those, like I said, and I can't say this enough. Motivation comes from people trying to prevent you from doing things. I have never been the type of person that has allowed anyone or anything stop me from achieving my goals.
right,
Again, you have to have a self belief in yourself, and when you have, again, when you have God, when you have a support system, when you have resources, when you have brains, when you have charisma, when you have a lot of things that other people don't have, you
right.
will always, always, always prevail. Um, I'm on my way, Reggie. I'm still, again, very humbled by everything,
Yeah.
and everything that has transpired. Because sometimes, it's still a little hard for me to even fathom that I am now in a position to make some things happen. But I'm there for a reason, because people believe in me, and believe in the mission and the goal. And the goal um, is to take these fighters and put them in position to become world champions. Um,
I'm going to have to correct you there, and yeah, I don't do it often. I never say it much, but I'm going to
sure.
have to correct you there when you say you're there because people believe in you, and I'm going to have to say negative on that. You're there because you believe in yourself. You
Yeah.
believed that you could do it. You put yourself in position to do it. You took a step of faith and stepped out and stepped away from your mentor to say that, hey, I know this game. I'm going to make this game mine. That's why you are where you are now because you believe in James Bartley. Even when no one else believes in James Bartley, who believes in James Bartley?
Yeah. James Bartley.
James Bartley.
Yeah.
Exactly.
James,
That's
James
the
Bartley.
reason you're where you are now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And again, listen, I do not want anyone to feel as though I'm taking shots at anyone, because, again, listen, there's nothing but love. I have nothing but love. I have nothing but love. I hold no resentment. I have no resentment in my heart towards anyone.
Right.
Um, I have been through things that people, the average person, it would make people crumble and give up.
Right.
And that in itself, right, is motivation for me, to know that where I've come from, the things that I've overcome, from being homeless to being in prison, to um, working for almost minimum wage and not being able to pay my bills.
Right.
Sometimes people see you in a light and think that things are great all the time, right?
Right.
Life may not always be great, right? Your circumstances might not always be great, but your circumstances do not dictate who you are. Your
Absolutely.
circumstances do not dictate your belief in yourself, and
Absolutely.
how you can have absolutely nothing in life and believe that you're still going to be someone.
Yes, sir.
And I am a true testament of that. I am not ashamed or embarrassed to say that I have been in those type of positions, but I can tell you today, my circumstances are different because of my belief in myself. And I will always preach that to young men and women and to adults. And my story will always be a testament into the possibilities of what you can make of yourself.
Right.
And again, Reggie, I am super excited
You should
for,
be.
for the future and what the future holds.
And you should be.
Not only for myself, but for you as well, because you're obviously, again, you've been here since day one. You're going to be a big part of Smoke Promotions and what we do moving forward. So again, creating opportunities for my friends and my loved ones and people that I'm continuing to meet and in relationships. And I can just tell you, man, I've met. It's funny, I have, and people may not believe this, but I'm going to share some things with you. I have billionaires who call my phone and speak to me and pick my brain about boxing.
Yes.
And who have wanted to integrate me into their business and who have wanted to make me a part of what they do. And here I am, just a kid from Allentown, Pennsylvania, who migrated to Reading, Pennsylvania, who's been in and out of prison, who has worked his way now to being a promoter in the boxing game. But if people who are billionaires can call me on my phone and ask for advice, it tells me that I must be doing something right.
Doing something right.
And some people will scoff at that and say, yeah, it's cap. I don't believe what he's saying. And I'm here to tell you, keep believing that. In time, very soon, very shortly, we're going to make everybody believers, Reggie.
It'll show. It'll definitely show. It is just inevitable that it's going to, and that's why I stay humble, I stay true, and I stay loyal to the people that I am near and dear to. When I moved here, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have any family. I had nothing. And that's one reason why. And I know he probably don't realize it, but Andres Acuna, he was the first one to open the doors to me when I first got here in the boxing world. And I still, give him, that honor of being the first one to open up. Shortly after that, I met DJ Check for me, and we hit it off from day one. Right after that, you introduced me to a gentleman you was working for, Sylvester Thomas. Still to this day, I don't talk to him. I'm not as close to him, as we were, but I still have love for him.
Sure. Hey, shout out to Black Horse Empire, Sylvester Thomas,
Black Horse Empire, yes,
Pat,
sir.
the whole crew over there. Shout out to them. Through ups, through downs, you learn things in life. Right. I use every experience as a learning experience, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Can I hold myself accountable for mistakes that I may have made? Sure, I can hold myself accountable, and I can learn and I can grow from those things. But I can honestly say that like you, all the people that you've met, people have left an impression on me, and have been a part of the journey, whether it be good or whether it be bad. But the reality is they are a part of what has made DJ Check for me. So shout out, and I respect you. I really respect what you're saying here about Andres and Sylvester. Those are part of they're a part of the history of RWB Sports and a part of RWB Peoples, part of DJ Check for me. And look, I'll be there this weekend with Andres Acuna and East Reading, and I'm sure Sylvester might pop up or whatever. But it's all love.
All part of the journey, baby.
It's all love. We'll continue to chin up, head held high,
always,
we'll continue to move accordingly.
Always, and that's the way that we do it here. Um, and when it first got started, RWB Sports was for DJ Check for me because I know you when you first started, you said you wanted to do broadcasting and commentating. Um, as our journeys went, we stayed together, but the journey and path that you took have taken you to another direction. But because is something that we can do together, RWB Sports is still going to thrive because of James Bartley. You
Yeah.
know, it's going to run. It's going to do what it's going to do. But that's one of the reasons why I stick close is because I'd given up on it. I had it back in Tennessee. I'd done it for 22 years at the time, and when I moved up here, I was just done because nobody wanted to do it. And then I ran into you, and then you sparked that fire in me once again, and that goes back to saying that you using your energy and using what you do to motivate people. Same with all the other entities that I've met along the way, Andrea, Sylvester, Marshall.
Yep.
They all have been a big part of my journey here in Philadelphia,
Sure.
and they will continue to be a big part of my journey here in Philadelphia. Um, it's just the fact that because of them, because of you, we're here where we are now.
Yep.
One of the things that I wanted to do, and I'm going to do it right here on the air right now because I think this is a perfect time to do it. We were talking about getting some sponsorship and things for uh, RWB Sports. I know I talked to you about the business side of it and what we were able to do. We do have a sponsor for RWB Sports, uh, and this is the first product here. It is a Doobie energy drink, and you're not going to see it because it's green. And I have a green screen. I don't know why I held it up because you can't see it. You know, it looks like a see-through package. But we're going to open it right here, right now, just so you can see who is sponsoring RWB Sports now. I do have an apparel company, as you uh, may have seen, with gloves, body gear, and stuff like that. That we will be talking to you, Bob Kane, King's Gym, East Reading Gym, all the gyms around Reading, and putting things in their gym with RWB Sports on it. I have heavy bags coming. I have gloves, but this sounds like a old school. How can I put it? Back when we was in high school, we used to call paraphernalia doobies.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, the Doobie Brothers.
Doobie, yeah. This is Doobie's Energy Mix. And I have gotten on board with them, and they are going to sponsor RWB Sports and what they do going forward. This is the shaker mug that they get. This is the powder that they get. It's almost like the C4 powder, but they are sponsoring. We will be getting more of this to put into the gyms to get the athletes to try. Plus, there's a financial backing that they're doing as well, which has allowed us to be able to reach out and hire our first employee at RWB Sports. I wanted to reach out to a female fighter. Just for the simple fact is we wanted to get all aspects of the game from all sides. We have now a promoter and James Bartley with Smoke Promotions to get the promoting side of it. have a male fighter, myself and other male fighters to come on the show, and now we will also have a female fighter. When they do send in the information, we will have to sit down and interview them. So
Hey,
these are
hey,
big things that we got going forward.
yeah. Well, first and foremost, congratulations on obtaining the sponsorship. Well deserved. That is big news. Extremely excited to see where RWB Sports and Doobie goes um, with the sponsorship. And it's just good to see people grow and win. Um,
Yes,
at the end of the day, it's really just it brings joy to see other people win. Um,
right.
so it's well deserved. Speaking of speaking of sponsors, um, we have we've already obtained some sponsorship for Smoke Promotions. Um, and shout out to Dwayne Curley, always coming through in the clutch. Retro Fitness, Saito Hyundai, Green Light Management. Um, yeah, it's been it's been a overflowing support of love, uh, and sometimes I'm just overwhelmed with how much how many people out there show love, and how many people want to support you. So
Right.
we'll be distributing some sponsorship opportunities for people.
Let me
Um,
know.
for
You
the
know.
ring pads and canvas and things like that. But yeah, we're in the process of we're in the process of we're very, very fortunate, very blessed. We we've raised a nice sum of money already, Reggie,
Right.
and just I mean, like I said, just humbled and very appreciative of the love and support that people are showing us already.
Right.
But a lot of work still to be done. August 16th is right around the corner. We're going to be announcing, the main event and some other fights that are happening. Uh, working with some other promotions and bringing in some big names, and just extremely excited. Shout out to my guy Henry Discombobulating Jones. He's also going to be a big part of what we do. He'll be our ring announcer. Um, looking for a DJ. Looking for a DJ to come in. I have a lighting company coming in to just a lot of them. Shout out to my guy John Cliver up at Mindset.
Okay.
For always being a good friend. We talk every day. We bounce ideas off each other's heads and things like that. Shout out to his daughter Emily. A great a great wrestler
Yes.
with a bright
Yes.
future. Um, I mean, shout out to I spoke to Tato Torres today. Shout out to Tato, Pretty Boy Torres.
Old
Um,
Tato.
yeah, the
Is he
young
coming
product.
back to the gym?
Yeah, Tato is growing up. He's actually, we were talking today a little bit about his future. Um, I'm going to let him talk about what his plans are outside of the
Okay.
ring. He's setting himself up for, things outside of the ring, and I've
Okay.
been supportive. Shout out to Xavier, his father, and his Maya, his stepmom, and their crew over there as well. But people like Junior Earl Washington. I mean, the list goes on and on and on about the calls that I get from people that outside of just boxing are
Right.
just
Right.
again very 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 supportive.
Life is life goes beyond the ring. A lot of people and that are in this sport, a lot of people that do this, once they get outside the ring, their life ends. And I mean that, literally in fashion, because sometimes that's all they know. They don't know how to reconstruct. They don't know how to regroup and put themselves together. Boxing is a brutal sport,
I agree.
not only for the fighters, but for the trainers, the promoters, the managers, the financial backing. Boxing is a very brutal sport. It's something that you have to love. It's not something that you can just, you know, come in and fly by night and do it. You have to dedicate just about every breath to the sport in order to be even semi successful. Even those guys that you see, the Eddie Hearns and uh, those guys, the Duvas and those people that put a lot of time into boxing, Kings, Don King, all those guys, they look happy, they look successful, they look like they have accomplished everything on the outside. But when deep down inside, if you knew how much they had to sacrifice to get there,
Yep.
and that's just a journey that we have begun, and but we're going to be successful at it just because we have that ambition and we have that drive. We have to go a different path in getting there to do it, but I think, and I've always said this, working together, and I don't care who you're working with. Just like a lot of people want to, interview different people. I want to get everybody that it takes in order to put something like this together. I want to get, the officials. I want to get the doctors. I want to get the first responders, everybody, because it takes a team of people in order to make an event like that successful. You know that. You know that in DJing and in doing podcasts and doing shows, that it takes more than just the host of the show to make the show successful. And that's one thing that I think we vibed on from day one, is that we understood that you can do what you do on your own and be good. I can do what I can do on my own and be good. But we can do what we can do together and be great.
Yeah, no, I agree. I
You know?
agree. There's a lot of people who are going through things out there. You know,
Yes. Yes.
a lot of people who are who are going through trying times. And I'm just a firm believer in inspiring people, man. We always talk about it, trying to inspire people.
Yes.
We always talk about being inspired. If I can just be inspiration to someone, and to know that they can just keep going, no matter what, keep going.
Keep
Um,
going.
we started, again, people don't know we were riding in cars, we were going to the gym, we weren't making any money, we weren't doing, but we were doing it because we wanted
Yes.
to inspire people. We wanted to give people an opportunity to speak their truth and shine light on people and give them opportunity to know that someone was going in these gyms and someone was noticing them. And then we started doing events,
Yes.
and shining light on these kids. And there's something else I wanted to say, Reggie. September, doing an event at Kalahari, the water park up in the Poconos. We're going to be doing
Okay.
a event where we're doing another event for the kids. We're
Okay.
going we're going to be doing. It's going to be an amateur boxing show. There's a wrestling tournament, a karate tournament. It's going to be all sports combats, and it's all going to be amateur, and it's going to be for the kids. And at the end of the day, they're going to be able to enjoy themselves at the Kalahari water park.
Okay.
So just because we are diving into the professional realm of boxing, which is obviously prize fighting and obviously it's business, I'll never forget my roots and where I come from.
About the
And
kids. Yes.
we're going to make sure that we continue to support our youth.
Mhm.
We're going to continue to shine the light on these youth and let them know that, there's opportunities for them.
Facts.
And let them have fun doing what they do.
Yes.
So that's our theme. We'll always stick to that. We'll always continue with that movement. Again, I'll be out this weekend giving that DJ check for me energy, having these kids have fun,
Yes.
just bringing energy for people to enjoy the day. In my hometown out here in Reading, PA, we'll also be providing the music. So always setting the vibe, always having fun, always enjoying ourselves. But the main thing is the focus will be on the kids this weekend, which will be a lot of fun. Also,
Right.
shout out to my guy Jay Kaufman. Been talking to Jay every day.
Okay.
You know, again, Jay. It's a funny story. Me and Jay used to go through things, right? Because me and Jay we're a lot alike.
Right.
We're stubborn and we're hard headed at times, right? But we're also devoted family men. And Jay calls me for advice. I call him for advice. We give each other advice. We've gone through some things together, but I'm here to say that I'm very, very proud of him, and his growth and his development. And
Right.
good guy. He'll be a part of doing what I'm doing as well. So shout out to Jay.
But
And
it's
shout out
all
to
about.
anybody. Shout out to anybody, like I said, who's going through things. It gets greater later.
Yes.
It always gets greater later. Believe in yourself.
Always
That's
believe
the
in
message.
yourself.
Jay's my guy. I don't have to talk about anyone's personal life or anything like that, but I can just tell you that at the end of the day, we have to stick together, and we have to continue to be the man that you say you are for your family and things like that. And Jay was just on my mind right now, and I wanted to shout him out because again,
Right.
he's somebody who calls me every day. He inspires me. He tells me, keep going, Jimmy. Keep going. And I tell him the same thing. Keep going.
Keep pushing. Keep swimming.
So
Keep swimming.
at the end of the day, again, man, Reading, Pennsylvania. Just a new day here in the RDG. Extremely excited. And RWB Sports, James Bartley, DJ check for me, Smoke Promotions. We're coming. We're coming. Don't be surprised, about the things that you see, because what you see is the culmination of a lot of hard work. And we'll put
hours.
we'll put a good product out there. People will enjoy themselves, and a lot of people from the Reading area who are looking for opportunities will now have another platform outside of other platforms that are here in the area to showcase their talents and abilities.
Right.
That's what we're about, is giving people opportunities.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's no need for me to say that I'm proud of you because you already know.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to say that I'm going to be in your corner because you already know. You, I'd rather prove it than say it. You know what I mean?
It's all good. You my brother from another mother, man.
You already know. I'd rather prove it than say it. So it's one of those things that when you have that day one, it's I take that bullet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so you can continue that journey. But that's what it's all about. That's what friendship is all about. That's what family is all about. And we're all family. We're all here to do one thing, and that is to leave a footprint, to leave history. You want to create history. You want something that people are going to talk about years down the road. You want to leave that impression on people that this guy right here, if it was earlier in time, we would be celebrating, a James Bartley holiday alongside Dr. King. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
We shooting for the stars, Reggie. We're shooting for the stars.
You shoot for the stars. You shoot for the stars, and you bring people up along the way. It's one thing that I say in an organization that I'm in, and a lot of people already know that I'm a Mason. And one of the things that we say, you never look down on a man unless you're reaching down to help him up. I'm never going to look down on a man unless I'm willing to put my hand down there, pull him up, and take him on my journey.
Yep.
And that's what we all hear about. That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about. If I got it, you got it. Like I said before, if I got $1, you got 75 cents.
Yeah, no, I know that to be a fact.
Yeah.
And you've shown that in the work that you do here in the community, and going out to these gyms. And again, I'm a big energy guy. You
Yeah.
of all people know that
Yeah.
about the energy, and
Yeah. Dude, that's
you know
yeah.
you
Yeah.
you
That's
you have shown to be the the person that you say you are. And that is respectable, and I commend you, and continue to be that person, man. And
always,
your
brother.
your your
Oh,
light your light will continue to shine, and we'll continue to shine together. And
always.
again, man, like I said in the very beginning, I'm extremely humbled, um, extremely proud, um,
Yeah.
and
You
super
should
super excited. Super excited
be.
about making this journey. And you know, oh, I, so a lot of people have been asking me. This is a question that people have been asking me because I got engaged uh, about 3 years ago. So Reggie, I'm gonna drop another bomb on everybody. Uh, I'm not gonna disclose the date, but within the next couple of weeks, me and the queen will be married. We have set a
What?
date. We are getting married. Uh, so that is more exciting news than the Philadelphia the
Yes.
smoke emotions and everything else
Yes.
that I have going on. Uh, there's nothing more exciting than tying a knot with my queen. We are finally going to make everything official. And this is how God works, man. I'm telling you, I used to want to have the biggest wedding, and used to want to do the craziest things, but financially, it wasn't in the cards for me to be able to give my queen the suitable wedding and nuptials that she wanted. But I'm gonna tell you how God works, Reggie. Um, Within the last like month or two, I've been blessed, and things have come full circle, and things have come together for me, and we are officially tying the knot. I am so excited to finally be able.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, look. I'm giving you another exclusive, because you know
Yeah.
the man.
Yeah.
I'm get,
Now
I may get beat. I may have a black eye for the next week or so
you,
after I didn't get permission to say it.
it'll
But one
clear
thing
up. That'll.
I'll never be ashamed about is announcing the love that I have for Veronica Rivera, affectionately known as my queen.
Right.
So
Right.
we'll be tying the knot here very shortly in a undisclosed location. I can't disclose the location, but
Hey,
we
you do what you
we
got to do, brother.
we will be married here soon. I'm sure the internet will break the internet with what's about to happen, but it's all good. So I mean, life is so good right now, Reggie, man. Again,
Well,
man,
you have to
like,
let me know. I have to get a gift. You know what I mean? I have to get a gift. So
off camera, man. I'll share a
okay,
little. Share a
okay,
little.
you have to, yeah. Now
But
you know from
I wanted to profess my love for the
understood,
queen, man, for the queen.
understood. Yes,
We did we,
yes,
we did it in the ring, so no better place to do it right here on RWB Sports TV, man, to let the people know
yeah.
what's happening with your
You
boy
know
DJ.
that's my little sister. You know that's my little sister. You know,
Yeah,
and can't nobody describe and explain stuff like her. And I just be sitting stretching my head. Be like, she done said some crazy shit, but it makes sense. You know,
that's that's
everything she just said makes sense.
that is
Yeah.
truly my ride or die, man. Sometimes she makes me want to die, and sometimes she makes me want to ride. So at the end of the day, it balances all out, Reggie. It balances all out.
Ah, yeah, yes, it does. It balances out. Well, congratulations. Like I said,
I
I
appreciate it.
let
Yeah,
me
we
know
we appreciate it.
off camera. Because we gotta get together. I gotta do something. I can't let it go on. And now, down south we call it jumping the broom.
Yeah,
So
we jump in
I
the
may have
broom.
to get you a broom so y'all can jump over. You know?
We are jumping the broom. It is all good. I'm like I said, I'm more excited for that than I am for everything else that's going on.
Right,
You know,
right.
before I had to dive into work and deal with promotion and deal with 1,000 phone calls a day, I had to take time to do what was the most important thing, and that was you know for us to
Take your
finally
time.
get married. And
Yeah.
again, man, extremely excited to make that happen. This is just a good time, and just a good time, good vibes for the check from your family,
Good energy.
in general, man. So we're in a very good space, man. So
Good
it's
energy.
all
Good
good.
energy. Yes, but facts. Facts. Yeah. But I that topped it all. I ain't got nothing else to say now. You know what I mean?
It's all good.
I
It's
thought I
all
was surprised and bringing, good news with sponsorship net. Now you done took my hat off, spun it backwards, slammed it on the ground, kicked it,
I didn't
everything.
mean
Yeah, they ain't
I
even
didn't
got
mean to
nothing else to
steal the
say.
I didn't mean to steal the thunder, man. But listen, Doobie Sports Energy Drink. Make sure you get your Doobie Sports Energy Drink. Reggie, why don't you let them know where they can find Doobie Sports Energy, man?
They can find their Doobie Sports Energy Drink. You can contact me at RWB Sports TV .com, or you can email me at RWB Sports TV 1967 at gmail.com, and we will be able to supply you with your very own Doobie Energy Drink and your very own shaker that it goes with. They're in the process now of sending out um, multiple flavors. They are just a little bit background. They are a new company, entrepreneurs starting out. They're starting out for gamers and uh, uh, creators. I want to, what do you call it? Content creators. That's what I'm looking for. Content creators, which are as like RWB Sports. We will also be offering this to fighters to get their feedback on it, on how it makes them feel, what kind of energy level they get. They got several different ones. They got one for energy, to boost energy. They have one for mind, to rejuvenate the mind. They have one for fatigue, to help you recover from fatigue a lot faster. Like I said, right now there's 4 different flavors. There's fruit punch. There's peach. This one, as I got, is the Galaxy Grenade, which is a orange lemonade. And then they have one of was a peach, fruit punch, the lemonade, and there's one more. I think it's creamsicle. That's exactly what it is. It's an orange creamsicle. Those are the flavors that they have right now. They even have them in a sample starter pack. Sample starter pack is $17.99. If you buy the tumbler and the shaker, you can get both of them for $39.49. With tax and everything, it usually comes up to about $41, $42. That's shipped straight to your front door. Right now, check for me. We have a doobie on the front, but this advertisement here, this product placement here is going to change. It will have RWB Sports on the front, and on the back, it will have sponsored by Doobie Manufacturing. So we
That's
will
big.
have our own logo on there. So you will be getting it directly from RWB Sports, sponsored by Doobie Energy Drink. We're
That's
putting a
big.
store up on RWB Sports website. Also, and I will get with you off camera too, check with me and talk about that, because we have a company that we're working with on sponsorship for apparel, all boxing gear, handmade, personalized. It goes from, you've seen the posters I've been putting up with the gloves, the body protectors, the target mitts. They got headgear, groin protectors. They even have apparel that I am going to get them to start making. They're sending me trials over now. I also talked to a company today, checked for me in doing belts, doing championship belts. It's like the IBF belt, except it's going to have our personal logos on them. He's going to send me a mock up tomorrow. As soon as he sends me that mock up, I'll send it over to you, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk about how we're going to market this and see what you think about it going forward in doing so, because I think it'll be great. It'll be another opportunity for us to advance and support smoke promotions. So we're doing a lot of good things, both of us on both sides, doing a lot of good things behind the scenes that we've just been hush hush about. But it's all coming to fruition for us both now as we move forward and moving on to bigger and better things. I want to say once again, thank you to everybody that has been a part of this journey.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
let's try to put uh, feelings aside, because there's room out there for everybody. And let's try to work together. Being on the journalism side, we're still going to have to cover everybody, just to let you know. But first and foremost, everything goes towards smoke promotions, and then we will divvy up everything after that.
No, it's all good. It's all love. Journalism is it's still, and broadcasting is still something. Uh, it's still something I want to do. I mean, obviously, it's funny. I mean, you go on YouTube right now and you see DJ check for me on Team Combat League. So
Yeah.
It's just been amazing. It's been an amazing ride and an extremely gratifying journey. But again, a lot of work still to be done.
Yeah.
And many pages still to be written in the book, in many chapters. So, tune in, continue to support me, and continue to support RWB Sports. And obviously, um, a lot coming, a lot coming, multiple shows, multiple signings. I already have some, I just haven't announced some things, just kind of
Not
just doing
time yet.
things in time.
Right.
But I got to sit down with you, Reggie. We can announce some signings and things like that. But I got some, I got some major news, coming in regards to some signings and things like that. Matching for the Zone, September, October, November, December, doing all their television shows down in Houston, Texas for the Red Owl. So, uh, matching up some of your local fighters that you've seen on some of these shows. Well, now they're now going to be given the opportunity to be showcase their skills on a bigger level, on TV, on the Zone. You turn
Right.
on the Zone, and these are the guys that you've seen locally, and you will see them on cards. Um, I'm just in a position to give people opportunities. And I'm a firm believer that, you know, locally, if it's a fighter that I have seen, and I know has potential and ability, why not? Why
Yeah.
not put them in a position to better themselves or position themselves in a better way? Um, I mean, that's wrong. That's my mentality. So um, I'm getting a bunch of calls from a lot of people, because I'm in position to be able to make those things happen.
Right.
Um, and continue to call me. I welcome the relationships. I welcome the phone calls, and sitting down and talking and seeing how we can come together and make things happen.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. That's all it's all about, brother. And you're gonna do great. You're gonna do exceptionally well in this sport, in your new journey. You're gonna be a success. I want to, you know, give a shout out to everybody that you know, had believed in you in helping you get to this point in life to where now when it felt like you couldn't go on, now it feels like you can go on forever.
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling.
Hey, Rick, before we get off here, though, there's a couple things that I want to say as well. Yuri Cedeno or Henry Cedeno next weekend. Uh, the La Bazooka brothers. You know what I mean? Good. Those are my guys.
Yeah.
Henry Cedeno, he'll be fighting on his own May 31st in Orlando, Florida. My guy Chad Champ, Cornelio Phipps, and him and his father, they're fighting this Saturday in Delaware, strictly business card. Shout out to him and good luck with to him on his first 6-round fight. And then Yuri Cedeno, he'll be fighting June 29th, top ranked card. These are all local guys that we all know,
Yes.
have shown love to, and who we still speak to and still message and still support. The love is always going to be there, but I'm always going to support these guys. Shout out to Julian Gifted Gonzalez, Tanji Teasley, Jonathan Rodriguez, Brittany Sims, Stephanie Hahn, Bree Howling, Jorge Tuvar. Alexis, my homegirl Alexis Moan is down there in Fort Worth, Texas. The list goes on and on and on. But we'll continue to support fighters. Whether they're signed with me or not. I'm a fan of the sport. And again, I love to see everybody win, and we'll continue to support you in any way that we can. I just want to shout. I know Chad was fighting on Saturday, so I want to shout him out in Hendry next week. So if I don't get on here with you anytime soon, and I'm looking to get back on here, hopefully, again within the next week or two, because we definitely have some more announcements that we want to make.
Without question.
You
say you're going to Orlando next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put a fight together for a fighter from PBC I put a fight together.
Okay.
So I'm actually, they're flying me into Orlando to the card. So just again, shout out to Whit from PBC, PBC's matchmaker. Did some work with him and Chico down there in Orlando. Shout out to Brandon Segalis down there at OTX. Made a fight today for Leanna Cruz. May 29th, she'll be fighting on the zone in Houston, Texas. So again, shout out to Brian Cohen, helping me, along the way. There's a lot of people to be thankful for.
Oh yeah.
Actively making big fights in the boxing world. So making our mark through matchmaking, through promoting, through the media, through whatever it takes. I've been blessed to be multi-talented and multifaceted, and just continuing to grind. We talk about it every day, Reggie. What you call me? What are you doing? Grinding. So every day. No one grinds like the two of us. So again, man, thank you for having me on the show. I'm one of your biggest fans here, man. Extremely thankful for what you've done for me and my family. For the show behind the scenes. So just blessed to have people like you in my corner, man. I'm again, man. I want to thank you for everything, and continued success to RWB Sports, and everything that you do. And I'm sure we're coming together, man. It's going to happen together. But continued success to you and to your family and to everything that you do.
Always. Now, is it okay that I take the Smoke Promotions logo and put it up on my website, put it up on my page, and go ahead and start creating apparel? Is that a go?
All day, every day.
That's all I need to know.
Who wants smoke?
Who wants smoke? What are the colors? Black and white or purple?
Black and white. Black and
Black and
white.
white. All right.
Yep.
That's all I need to know. You know it's a go now. It's on. I got the logo, so you know it's about to happen.
Black and white, man. So we're I mean, there's some more. Boy, I mean, but there's some stuff coming, man. I'm extremely excited, man. So,
Right.
I'm as my mom would say, tickle pink, man.
There you go. Tickle pink. Yes. I've heard that many a time. Many a time. Well,
Yeah.
I know you got to get ready to shut everything down. You got a big day headed tomorrow. Of course, you know we're going to talk tomorrow like always.
Yep.
And then we'll get together and do what we got to do. But I want to thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank you for giving me the exclusive to what's going on with Check For Me Now. Um, it, I'm getting used to it took me a while, but I'm getting used to leaving the DJ off and just doing the Check For Me Now. For a while, I was struggling with it, but Check For Me and Smoke Promotions is on their way to doing big things. Like I said, I'm very proud of you. I know other people they may seem a little upset or a little disgruntled, but I have a feeling deep down inside they proud of you too. They they're welcoming your growth. They're welcoming to see what's in store, what you got going on. It's all about what you do to give back to the community. And from day one, all I've known is for you to give back to the community, give back to the kids, stay humble, and do what you do best, and that's entertain. And I know I probably told the story a million times before, but it never gets old. The guy, I thought he was asleep. We was heading to Philadelphia to the 2300 arena, and I'm looking over and I'm thinking that this guy's asleep. I mean, he's supposed to be getting pumped up and getting ready to do a show. Well, he ain't saying two words. I talked to him. He gave me one word answer. You know, but we get to the 2300 arena. He's dragging to the door, but as soon as the door opens, it's a totally different individual. I'm telling you, unless you see it personally, you won't understand it. I could tell you a million times, but this guy he's Mr. Entertainment. He's Mr. Fashion. When you see him, he's always styled. He's always, upbeat. He's always bringing the excitement. Like I said, I couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't be more proud of the journey that you've taken. And to everybody that's in this sport, everybody that has any part of this sport and is coaching, promoting, training, being with the kids, being with the athletes, shout out to you all because this is a hard ass sport to get into. Once you're in there, it's a hard ass sport to maintain because you have so many different angles coming at you. You have so many different people pulling at you. But for you to set ground and to plant your feet, as we say in boxing, and stand your ground, hats off to you.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you do. Keep bringing it. Keep bringing the noise. There's enough room out there for everybody. We just realized we got one more that we're getting ready to add to the situation, and that is the Smoke Promotions. They're getting ready to come in. They're getting ready to make their mark along with RDR, Hard Hitting, King's Promotions, all those promotional companies out there. Welcome Smoke Promotions with open arms. Let them do who they are, be who they are. Don't shun them, don't talk bad about them, don't put them down because everybody started somewhere. Even you started somewhere. So let's open the doors. Let's open our arms. Let's embrace this new promotional company. Let's help them wherever we can because I guarantee you, if you have this man on your side, it's going to bring notoriety to no matter what you do, no matter where you go. If he's associated with you, you're going to be somebody that you never thought you could be. I promise you. And I'm not saying that because that's my boy. I'm not saying it because that's my brother. I'm saying it because I know the guy. I know the energy that he brings. I know what he's capable of. So let's embrace it. Let's work together. Let's do the damn thing. All right.
Yes, sir.
This is
Yes, sir.
Reginald Peoples with RWB Sports with my God. Check for me, James Bartley, and the newly announced just the other day, right here on this show, Smoke Promotions.
Yes, sir.
My guy, much love to you. Go get you some rest, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right,
Thanks for having me.
always, always.